If you're a fan of Superman and haven't watched this movie, I suggest you do. The movie honestly warmed my heart. I'm a very huge Superman fan and it made me so happy because everything it does right with the character was brought to the surface and it reminded me of why I love the character in the first place. I could spend a lot of time emphasizing on why I like the character, but that's not the main purpose of the video. So let's talk about Superman, Man of Tomorrow. It begins with Superman as a kid watching a movie with a friend where the main villain was an alien who hurt humans. The movie obviously bothered Clark. Knowing he himself is also an alien, he began to cry, so his parents came to pick him up. Jonathan and Martha Kent begin to discuss his situation. Martha wanted to protect him from the truth because he's a kid, but Jonathan believes that the more he knows, the better it is for the boy and their protection too. Elaborating on this, Clark grew up always knowing he was different and they both loved and accepted him for that reason. As an adult in Metropolis, he occasionally saved people under the guise of the masked man. Jonathan and Martha are concerned about this because normally seeing a man or an alien flying around will create some confusion among the people, so the government might want to handle the issue quietly. Knowing this, they want him to stay under the radar for his own safety. Lex was an interesting character in the movie. I was kind of entranced with his voice until I found out it was this guy and it all made sense. At first, he just came across as a greedy corporate guy, but you can't still figure him out just yet. And I like that about this version. It gives him a bit of mystery rather than your everyday evil Lex in the show. Lex and Superman were not just enemies. They started out as acquaintances. Therefore, they never became friends, but they didn't seem like they hated each other or anything. But in the usual Lex fashion, he shows his true colors and betrays him in the end. No! I don't really have much to say about Lois. Well, this is a younger version with more spunk and fire to chase a story. Due to that fact, she is put in more dangerous situations because she'll do everything for that puff piece or interview. And due to her young age, she had no respect from her peers at the Daily Planet. Well, except for Clark, I guess. So with Lex's spaceship going to shit, the flying man strikes again by directing the faulty spaceship to the sun. And at that point, Clark realizes he gets rejuvenated by the sun. Enter Lobo. Lobo is the MVP of this movie. In fact, I was skeptical about his appearance in the movie, but it turns out he was one of the best characters of this movie. His appearance began to answer some of the questions about the Kryptonians in this world and a very essential world-building element in the movie, due to how he referenced Kryptonians' inability to fly. So, during the battle with Lobo and Clark, a Star Labs janitor, Rudy Jones, got trapped in the rubble. As fate would have it, he got caught up in Lobo's grenade blast, which caused some gooey parasitic thing to merge with him, stopping his heart, killing him. The fight ensues, causing Lobo to reveal kryptonite, which in turn caused Martian Manhunter to reveal his true form. Rejuvenated by the sun once more, Clark swiftly launched himself down to Earth to end the fight. Clark goes back home to his family in Kansas and is very confused, due to the fact that another alien, knowing that he was Kryptonian's first instinct was to fire at will. Martha tries to comfort him, but Jonathan tells him the harsh truth, but in the end, he had to confront the reality of the situation and make a choice.
Either meet it head on and accept the consequences, or you can keep your head down and accept the consequences. There's no wrong choice, but
you have to make one.
This part really got to me because it gets more things right about the modern take of Superman, which the Snyder movie gets wrong.
You don't owe this world a thing. You never did.
Martian Manhunter's introduction creeped me out. It could have gone differently, rather than resort to, well, that, but also helped Clark get a bit of perspective on the world at large and Kryptonians also. He tries to convince Clark to keep a low profile since the world might not accept them since they are aliens. But Clark is naively optimistic that if they knew who he was, they might accept him. Soon after, he is given his suit by Mark Kent and flies away to Metropolis. So I strategically perused this video without talking about the main villain, Parasite. After Rudy Jones' unfortunate accident, he woke up suddenly with immense pain and soon began to have an insatiable desire to absorb energy. As he continues to absorb energy, he begins to transform, losing himself with each evolution. Realizing that he can't win the battle alone, Clark turns to someone you least expect him to, the only one who is intelligent enough to stop this parasite. Lex Luthor. Seeing Lex and Clark interact like this was a breath of fresh air to the whole Superman lore. But knowing that this was just the beginning of their fated friendship, you have to enjoy this moment while it lasts. They team up with Lobo and commence their plan to destroy the parasite by using the kryptonite Lobo brought, since it absorbed Clark's weakness as well. As luck would have it, in usual Lex fashion, he betrays Superman. At this point, I don't care if he's evil, I just like the way this guy is so unpredictable. Yes, you would have seen this coming, knowing who Lex Luthor is, but you would also be wondering if this is a different take. Maybe it's not so bad. But no, he's just the same old self-righteous, conniving bastard he is, and I love every moment of it. This movie captures the literal essence of Superman, and it shows at this particular moment. Clark embodies the essence of a hero by trying to appeal to the man within the monster, hoping he comes back to his senses, because violence is not the way, hoping he can save him without fighting. The fact that Rudy absorbed Clark's energy means he would have absorbed his feelings too, his essence, his love for his family and friends, his need to keep them safe. At this point, Clark appeals to the people of Earth, to their fear, to their humanity, to their empathy, to their sense of justice and tranquility. This was his last chance. And with the final bout, Rudy tries to absorb all the energy at the plant before it blew up, dying as he lived, as a hero. This movie, I don't have enough to say about this movie, but it gets everything right about the character, which is just satisfying to watch. Even if it didn't have like the most awesome fight scene in a Superman movie, it's still satisfying to watch, and I recommend it to any fan to give it a shot. Anyways, thank you guys for watching.